Hi guys, my name is Aramide and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be having Loctalk. Yes, Loctalk. So the thing is, so far in my journey, in my lock journey, I have not had anything to regret, and that would be because I made substantial amount of research on locks before I started my journey, and I want it to be the same for you. I'll be giving you the 11 list of things that you should know before you start your lock. So get comfortable while I dive straight into it. So number one thing on my list, you should know that there are different methods that you can start your lock with, and this method will depend on the length of your hair, the density of your hair, how you want your lock to appear at the end of the day. I have a video in details on the different methods to start your lock with. So the number two thing on my list is that you should know the pattern to cut when you want to start installing your lock, whether it's going to be center parting, half parting, or otherwise, or no pattern at all. So whatever pattern that suits your look best is what you should start with, so that you don't regret it later. The number three thing on my list is that locks get thicker, it gets thicker over time, and you will want to cut the size that you will love best. There are some people that go for Microlocs, which is in small sizes. The least amount of Microlocs, I think Microlocs starts from like 150 strands of lock and above. I have Microlocs, it's not up to 200, but it's more than 150. So I don't know the exact number yet. So the fourth thing on my list is that developing locks requires water. You will need to moisturize your lock as often as possible, because our hair tends to get dry, and if you leave it like that, it will lead to breakage and it will make your lock to appear dull. You might not want that. Aside from other things that you should be doing to it, moisturizing your lock is very important. Then the next thing on my list is your hair density will determine the fullness of your lock. So don't get your lock installed and later you feel, oh, it's too scanty, or you're seeing a lot of scalp showing. So get ready, know the size that you should start with, so that you will know whether it's going to get fuller later or not. If your hair is scanty, then you might want to start with smaller locks, so that as time goes on, when the frizz setting and all, it becomes fuller. And if your hair density is so high, and probably you don't want it to appear so full at the end of the day, because it's going to get thicker and fuller, you might want to start your lock with braid. Braid doesn't get thickened, doesn't get fuller that much, like you will not really notice it. So another thing on my list is lock can take a long time to mature, so you have to be ready for it. You have to be patient with the journey. Your lock is not going to get matured overnight. There are so many locks out there that you might admire, but these locks probably have been on the person's head for a long time, as long as 8-10 years, because it takes something like 2 to 3 years before your lock can start to mature. So you have a long time to get there. You have to get ready for it. The seventh thing on my list is that you have to look out for buildup, and buildup comes to play if you use products that are not appropriate for your lock, like the kind of shampoo you use, the kind of ointment you use, be it oil. Of course, creaming products is totally out of it, because that is one of the things that causes buildup. So you should know the type of products to avoid and the one that you can use. Then the number 8 thing on my list is you should beware of breakage at the roots of your lock. After installing your lock, knowing the ones that suits you and knowing the product that is suitable for your lock, then you should know that if you style your locks too tight, it can cause breakage, it can cause thinning. If you twist your lock too often, it can cause breakage, it can cause thinning. If you interlock your locks too tightly, it can break off, so those are the things that you should know, before you start. Then the next thing on my list is lock envy. Yeah, there are so many people with different locks, and that will be because they are getting to know the one that suit them best, the one that suit their lifestyle, the one that suit their looks. So if it appears attractive to you but it is not what suits you, you might become envious. That is what is called lock envy. So whatever it is you chose for yourself, know that it is what is best for you, and so there will be no room for you to see others. You can admire quite alright, but you will not be envious of it when you are satisfied with your own look, with your own look. So guys, the next thing on my list is for you to be aware of luxuries. Yes, there are so many luxuries out there that you can use to beautify your look. And this luxury, there are some that could be injurious to you. There are some that can hook several locks together, and at the end of the day, in the process of separating your locks, it might lead to breaking off your lock or giving it a shapeless look that you might not like at the end of the day. So the next thing on my list, guys, is to know that your locks tend to pick up links, wood particles and all that you probably might not be aware of. So you will want to check your lock or have someone to check your lock for you, especially at the back that you cannot see. So you have someone close by, a friend, a partner that you can always ask to check your lock for you, because you don't want to get embarrassed when you go out there and someone is saying, hey, excuse me. You wouldn't want that. So be aware of links. It's like the common thing there. Alright, the next thing on my list is scalp dryness. Yeah, like I said earlier, you can develop your scalp can become dry. It can lead to dandruff, and you don't want dandruff. It's going to give your lock or your scalp at the roots a kind of dull colors and all these particles showing here and there. You wouldn't want that. So if you are prone to dandruff, if you usually have dandruff even before you started your lock, use shampoo that can treat dandruff. Use recommended shampoo that can treat dandruff, and so you'll be able to get rid of that. And you will want to be oiling your scalp to avoid dryness that can lead to dandruff. Stuff like that are things that you should be conscious of, so that you can have a beautiful and fabulously looking locks. So guys, that is that. Please don't forget to like my video if you find something of value in it today. Subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell for more on locks. See you next time. Bye.